Right then, welcome back. Last time, took some territory from the Golden Horde, although all of the gains went to my subjects, specifically the Great Perm and Kabardia. And we also annexed Finland and more or less converted it to Orthodox, although there are some Catholic majority provinces that I still need to deal with. I'm going to focus on trade ideas for a while before getting back to diplomatic, especially since Pisa, who happens to be my current spying target for technology, doesn't have good diplotech. They instead have, well, it doesn't have great diplotech. It's just good, about as good as mine, actually. Their admin tech is amazing. I think further ahead than mine. Yep, they have 43. So as soon as Spy Network starts to really kick off, my admin tech capabilities will improve greatly. Steam Engine will also get me 2 more states. Which might actually be enough for me to consider integrating Perm as well now. Although, I definitely should wait until mariculture gets converted. Until the province of Vietka converts to mariculture. There. Right, just as I figured, it goes through Tver. However, I don't have any way to deal with that. Although, autonomy level should hit 0 as long as nothing changes. It's not really a big deal then. Be smart to improve the road net. Yeah, that's the... Let's get the fort improved. I think I've got enough manpower for both. I'm definitely going to have to build up my manpower pool again after this. I'd rather not lose the claim strength of the air. Especially since I plan on getting to the air as soon as possible. Let's see here, how much manpower will you give me? 23,000. What about the greater nobles? 21,000. Alright then. Great manpower from you, and I'll give you 10 prestige and a couple of diplo points in return. The extra manpower will allow me to build up better roads in areas that could use them. Like this one. This one could use a better road network in order to reduce the power of the greater nobles. Still have to do fort upgrades though. Yeah, forts. Probably be smart to get something set up somewhere. Probably here, actually. Getting a fort set up there will protect the vast majority of Finland. In fact, I don't think I'd be needing this fort anymore. probably should wait on Miltech until the ahead of time modifier is gone, so that I can keep slowly getting innovativeness, which gets me more tax money. As well as better spies. Although, more importantly, more tax money. Strong economy, or at least an innovative. Theodoro. What? Is Crimea invading Theodoro, or is something else? Attacking the Empire of the Romans in the Ottoman-Roman Nationalist War. Oh yeah, Greco-Byzantine culture group. That's the culture group that MT has. It includes Georgian and Armenian, the Sicilian, Pontic. The honestly quite big Greek culture, also pretty big Turkish culture. Well, at least Bohemia embraced globalized trade, which is actually kind of funny since it was later than me. So I'm gonna have enough for... not quite yet. Huh. I was in the middle of building one. Alright then. Do we need an art corporation here? No. I built one anyway. Yeah, why not? Do I need... yeah, well... no reason not to get that claim. Oh, and I can grab steam in. Yeah, spy network didn't die, so it's more cheap. Steam engines were devices that could produce force from heating water with burning coal. It's not necessarily burning coal. The important part is burning something to produce steam, which drives some force. At first seen as little more than curiosities, in 1712 the new common steam engine was used to pump water from a mine. Other innovations soon followed, and steam engines became more powerful, safer, and more common. Within a generation, the first steam-powered factory would be built. I am not stating in the islands. There is no reason for me to do that. There is almost no development here. It's a little playground to give the greater nobles more power is its purpose. That is all. Just a little playground for them that I can safely ignore. Smolensk is in the Ruthenia node, which I have little interest in at the moment. Later on I might have more interest, especially if I eventually take over the entirety of the South Baltic, which would be much better to have trade flow through here. It's also part of the reason why I'm taking over the Crimea node in order to reduce trade flow issues. Compared to the Great Perm, the liberty desire of my subjects is of minimal importance. Especially since the Great Perm is the only one which has a huge quantity of trade power within the Rusland node. Therefore, even despite the fact that I'm taking half of it, England's second somehow. How is England second? The Muscovy Trade Oh, the Muscovy Trade Company, okay. North Sea node, yeah. Okay, so without the effects of the North... yeah. The Great Perm would be second. No, third. Even with the halving. Then comes the Golden War and then Austria and whatnot. Kabardia is just way down here somewhere. There it is. Only 12.7. This is especially because the Caucasus node is their home node. Might be smarter for them to eventually move to the Black Sea node once I get to the point where... because I'm just going to have to face it. I'm probably going to give them most of this for them to administer. Vod. Is that a significant trading city? No, not really. This built here, especially since it has such a highway network now. Standard uniforms. As equipment became more standardized, some governments began to also standardize the uniforms soldiers wore into battle. This proved to be a large undertaking, requiring a commercial infrastructure that could provide uniforms, boots, and coats to order, but it increased the morale of soldiers, the pride of the citizenry, and made it easier to identify friendly troops in the chaos of battle. Which is probably a good thing. Reduce friendly fire. Munster, Mexico. That's one good thing about the imperialism Casus Belli, it lets me know when I discover when someone colonizes enough for a new colonial nation in the New World. Yeah! Oh, finally. Massive celebration. Alright, new general. Eesh. Try to spend a ton of money for legitimacy. That's not 10 prestige is now what's for legitimacy. Oh yeah, I probably should get this eventually. Merchant Adventure is actually kind of useless for me at the moment. Allows us to make use of the numerous traders lusting for fame and fortune, eager to offer their services for a chance to search and explore new trade routes. Extra trade range and extra ship trade power propagation. Which is actually kind of useless for me, since for the time being my only interest in trade happens to be towards, well, China, which I can already reach all the nodes that I want. Well, except for one. I couldn't reach the Yangtze Basin. Yangtze Basin. I couldn't reach that, so now I can. Whoopity-doo. I also, for some reason, have 2.14 trade power here. Why is that? Here I am. Oh, Perm has trade power here. And Perm is also influencing trade. Okay, so that's where I'm getting that trade power from. Spare no expenses. Corruption is already rising anyway. I think by now it's starting to decrease again due to that little jump in corruption. It's my rising centralization. It increases corruption. Sadly. Yeah, I don't have a military idea group at the moment, so I'm just collecting mill points. Technology. I can store up a huge amount of them anyway, so I should be able to stay afloat. Despite the constant increase that Enlightenment will provide until it finally reaches me. Still hasn't left India. Technically, it hasn't been embraced in any province outside of southern India. If you consider this part to be southern India. I can actually check. I think it's reached that province. No, it's reached this one. Let me click on it. Subcontinent, Central India. So, South India and Central India. Hasn't gotten further than Central India. It's still going to be a long while. That's great. Absolutely wonderful. Alright, let's probably a good time to start. I probably should look over the world on this. Yeah. Dutch. I don't see much change here. Munster, Canada, Munster, Mexico, English Mexico. Aquitaine is also colonizing. Remember that Aquitaine still is an English fief. The Antilles revolted and are independent. However, their primary culture is probably Portuguese, since the Maroon population that they're built off of, that was the original revolt reason. Mestizo group, yeah, is not even accepted. Additionally, all their provinces are of Maroon culture. Portuguese Colombia. The Canaries moved their capital to the New World. Of course they did. So yeah, the Canaries are now Argentinian. There's nothing interesting going on over here. Aside the fact that English peasants have been occupying this for ages. It's been 30 years. Oh. The Enlightenment is beginning to spread out from India. Rapidly expanding throughout the rest of southern and central India, as well as starting to reach areas outside, although it hasn't actually been embraced by those provinces yet. So it's going to arrive in Multan in 1740. Additionally, that's where the continental center is. Specifically for the continent of the Indian subcontinent. Which means that there's still one over here in, well, East Asia, somewhere. I don't have a good idea, though, where. Especially since this area tends to be just a massive location. It could be anywhere in China. Okay, I need to stop looking. Yeah. But Japan's still really disunified, especially since the Emperor happens to be a vassal of one of the daimyos. Yeah. The Chinese Civil War is kind of ongoing. Zhao continues to take over parts of Manchuria, making a reverse King Empire. Central Asia's just a mess. So is Persia. The Ottomans finally took over Constantinople. Took them long enough. Had a lot of foreign students, though. And yeah, that's about it. Right, so I'll actually save the game now. It was exactly 13 years, wow. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.